The risks are well known. I mean, security is a big risk. Data privacy is a big risk. With AI, of course, the world coming to an end is a big risk, according to these guys. So there are lots of risks. But I think we have to manage the risks. There will be some episodes, something that set us back. But at the end of the day, the incredible benefit that people are getting from this technology far subsumes the risks. And that's the reality, I think. The minister was also saying that today you have a lady sitting on a street with a street vendor with a cart. She's selling vegetables. She's using UPI payments. And then she's using the data from those payments to get access to credit. So for her, it's life-changing. So I think that's what will keep it going. And your first question was...
So just the question of whether sort of the logic, the underlying logic here is not to get rich because the state has played a lot of the role in underlying it.
Actually, state has played a role of creating minimal guardrails and technologies. But the rest of it is actually market innovation. If you look at what's happening in the DPI world today, there are many, many companies. I'll give you examples of those companies like PhonePe and all these guys. All these guys use the infrastructure, but they're private companies. And the market value of companies created on top of India's digital infrastructure is $150 billion, so it's not small. So the idea is create rails which everybody uses, and then allow markets to compete. So it's not a government thing in that sense.
No, but the rails do cost money, and they do cost capital. And at the moment, if we want to talk about adoption also in the Global South, capital for precisely those investments is not necessarily available with other actors, particularly the United States, pulling back.
Actually, the money is not the bottleneck. I mean, the money to build DPI globally will just cost a few $1 billion. It's not much. You want to fix global debt, you need $1 trillion. You want to fix global climate, you need $5 trillion. So compared to all that, if you want to create digital infrastructure for the globe, it'll cost $10 billion. It's not much at all.
And there's no hardware needed before?
No, you need hardware. You have to buy the hardware, but you have to buy it, or you can use the cloud or whatever. So I don't think it's a technology problem, because the technology has been demonstrated. Much of this technology is available as open source with no strings attached, so there's no sovereignty issue. It is really political will, understanding how tech can be transformational. That is where that's where we have to think about it, and not get seduced by some AI and this and that. And, these are all good things, but AI is like talking about the penthouse when you don't have a foundation. So I think we need to build the foundation in these countries.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.